Park Lane. Okay. I think we're live. We're live. Yay. Good morning. Good morning. Let me go and actually turn off my Spotify. Hang tight. Little Katy Perry action this Monday morning or afternoon. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. I know I keep saying morning. I know it's noon here, so I guess I need to stop saying morning, but happy Monday, everybody. I'm excited to be with you guys today. Let me record. I don't want to forget that. All the details. Okay. Hi, guys. I'm excited to be here with you all this morning. We've got an action-packed Zoom, and I know today is a busy day for many of you because you are working towards hitting our birthday bash qualifications for today. So I'm going to walk you guys through what I want to make sure everybody understands for today. I'm going to walk you through our August promotions that will be ending on Wednesday. And then I'm going to pass it over to the incredibly talented Connie Allred, who is going to be talking about building belief as a leader. So I'm excited about today's Zoom. It's going to be amazing. Sarah's like, I look like it's morning. Oh, Sarah Catherine says that she looks like it's morning. I know. I got up and Connie's like, it's 10 for me. It's morning. I think because we had our birthday mega party bash last night, and I joked with my sister Christy this morning. I was like, I had a glass of wine and birthday cake for dinner. Like that was my dinner last night. Christy said she and Kim Craddock did the same. They had birthday cake and a glass of wine for their dinner. But we had so much fun with our mega parties. And I was like on such a high that I bounced right out of bed this morning. I was like, we are going to make this an amazing day. So for those of you that are new here, my name is Tish Mefford. I'm in the Dallas, Texas area. And today is Park Lane's 66th birthday. 66 years. And it truly is it's remarkable to be celebrating a person's 66th birthday. It's equally as remarkable to be celebrating a company's 66th birthday. I know that Park Lane and the Levine family are so incredibly proud of the 66 years that they have been empowering women and helping women thrive in their lives. And we have some exciting things that we can do today to qualify for the birthday bash Zoom that is going to be happening on Thursday. So on Thursday at noon Central, there is a birthday bash Zoom with Park Lane that will be happening. You have to qualify to attend the birthday bash. The birthday bash is going to be with our CEO, Scott, along with some other Park Lane home office people. Our national directors, and a few other surprise guests from what I understand. They are going to be making big announcements. They are going to be announcing new promotions, new incentives. There's going to be sneak peeks to the new product that's coming. They're going to be recognizing and celebrating the top 10 in sales from today's birthday bash movement. And so anyway, my desire always, because I know that people have FOMO, I don't want anybody having FOMO that would like to be a part of that party. I will be on that party Zoom. I will for sure submit a minimum of 500 in net and non-sales today. So the sales have to be entered today to qualify and attend that Zoom on Thursday. And even if you're like, well, I can't qualify, I can't attend it, I'm working or I'm this or I'm that, I wouldn't be able to be on the live. Well, go earn it anyway. Earn your spot. I'm sure if you earn your spot, then you'll get a recording of it. You can say you've earned it. You can pat yourself on the back for earning it. And I mean, what if they announce that everybody that earned it is getting something? I don't know. I don't know what the announcements are. So don't have FOMO. We know you can do it. And so we're going to be talking about ways in which you can get that accomplished today. All right. So submit 500 net and non-sales today by midnight time Pacific, midnight Pacific time. All right. You've got until midnight Pacific time. If you are collecting orders, that means a party has to be closed. The sales have to be submitted, right? I want to make sure there's no confusion on that. If you have any questions on that, drop those questions in the comments. All right. If you are declaring right now, you will be doing this today because you don't want to have FOMO and you want to lead by example and show your gratitude back to Park Lane, because I know this is a small way that we can just tell them how grateful we are that they're still here 66 years later and gifting us all the opportunities that we have presented to us. Drop in the comments, birthday bash. Drop in the comments, birthday bash, if you are committing that you are going to be doing this today, because I'm right there with you. Birthday bash, I will be there. All right, we'll do it together. Okay. Second thing is, let's review. We have 72 hours until we end and close out our August. If you're new to Park Lane, we close out our months the last Wednesday of every month. So August ends this Wednesday, midnight Pacific time. And we always like to remind you all, when it is close to end of month, you want to go to your dashboard. You want to see how close you are to your next rich reward level. We have rich reward levels that you can earn every single month. You may be closer than you realize to that next level. We don't want anybody leaving any rich reward credit on the table. I know that there is new product that you guys likely want. Why would you buy it when you can earn it for free? All right. So check on your dashboard, see where you are. Number one. Number two, need I say and mention Gucci? All right. Like, I don't want anybody to have forgotten that I am giving away 2 Gucci bags for the last 2 weeks of August. If you missed this big announcement last week, then let me review how you can get entered to win. And I'm giving 2 away. I'm going to be giving 1 away to our fashion directors, branch directors, and area leaders. That's 1 category, 1 winner from that category. I will be giving a second one away to 1 winner from our division, senior division, sales, and company VP levels. A second bag will go to those categories. All right. How you qualify for an entry is you submit $1,500 in sales during the final 2 weeks of August. $1,500 in sales. It's exactly what we did the first 2 weeks. And I announced on last week's Zoom, Jennifer Brown won the bag last week. We'll have 2 winners this time. You'll get to choose the color of the bag if you
dive into that data and into that information. We just don't have time right now.
We gotta, let's see, let's mute 357-535. I just muted you. Anyway, so I can't remember now how many of you had at least $1,500 in sales. I think we can have an even higher number the second half of August. All right. So 1 entry with $1,500 in sales, and then you get additional entries for every $500 above that. So you do 2,000 during your last 2 weeks of August. That's 2 entries. 2,500. That's 3 entries. 3,000. That's 4 entries. So pop in the comments. I want to see in the comments, what is your goal for the last half of August? How many entries are you going for? And what is your sales goal? Pop it in the comments. Don't be afraid to share. Don't be afraid to put your goal out there. Be bold, my friends, because I'm just here to tell you that you can be safe and do a little here and there without us. You do not need us for that. We are here to help you do more. My goal is I want to help you do more, not for me, for you, because I know that with more comes tremendous gifts, more income, more impact, a bigger business, more potential hostesses coming through your funnel, more potential stylists to join your team. I'm pretty certain every single one of you watching the Zoom today is watching because you are wanting to build more. If you want more in your business, pop more in the comments. If you want more sales, more points, more earnings, more team members, more impact, more hostesses, more product. If you want more points, more trips, if you want more with this business, share it and declare it. All right. So we've got the Gucci incentive. We also have our anniversary gifts that you can earn with Park Lane. When you submit $1,000 the final 2 weeks of August, you've got a gift waiting for you. When you submit $2,000 the final 2 weeks of August, you've got to get beautiful jewelry. Y'all seen the jewelry, gorgeous jewelry waiting for you. When you have a qualified new stylist the final 2 weeks of August, you're getting a gorgeous piece of jewelry. If you are the top 66 in sales the final 2 weeks of August, you're going to receive a gift from Park Lane. Like, it's the gifts that keep on giving. That is what the Levines are offering to all of us. And they offer it all to us because they know when they encourage us to do more and you do more with your business, you are rewarded with more. And that is their goal. And that is my goal. So anyway, I'm super pumped about all that we've got in store for us these final 2 weeks of August. If you have any questions or comments about any of it, pop it in the comments. We'll make sure we get them answered. Hopefully, this is final 72 hours of double points. Let me not forget that very big announcement. 3 more days of double points. So you're earning double points on every order you place. You're earning double points on every order placed by any of your new recruits that you have sponsored during the contest period. All right. So we've got a million reasons on why you want to push yourself to do a little more. And there's literally not one reason why you don't want to. Like, there's a lot of reasons why you want to, and a lot of carrots that are being dangled for you. And there's literally not one reason why you wouldn't want to reach out for more. All right. So with that, I'm going to stop talking. I will go through and I will check the comments. Connie, are you here and available?
Yes, I am available.
Here you are. Hello, Miss Connie.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Good to see you and everybody else. I love that everybody on the page 1 at least has their pages open. I can see their faces.
I love when I can see faces. I get a little grouchy when I can't. So anyway, I'm happy that you're here. I'm excited for you to be sharing some of your incredible wisdom on building belief. When I think about building belief, you are one of the people that I think epitomizes building belief within yourself each and every day. You take action each and every day to continually increase belief internally.
That's true.
So I'm excited for you to share more today. Thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that you just said that, because everything that I'm about to share with you are things that I do. I didn't go copy this like from Tony Robbins or something. What I'm about to share with you, this is the heart of Connie. And some of you might not know me. I've been in the industry 19 years total, and Park Lane is actually my 4th jewelry company. I'm celebrating my 1 year in 2 weeks, baby. That's right. So I got some fun things planned for that. But I mean, life changer, game changer. We all know that about Park Lane. But I've always been able to retain a high belief and confidence level in all of my 19 years with all the other companies. Some of them, they closed doors and stuff like that. But I love that Tish asked you all to put in the comment more. Who wants more? And I love that she did that. And the fact that you are here right now, especially with your screens on, you're telling Tish that you want more, that you're hungry. And that's part of it. That's part of increasing your confidence and belief. That is part of having a thriving business. Now, she wanted me to talk about increasing belief and confidence as a leader. I did a very, very similar presentation at our Sparkle convention just to the leaders. That's what Park Lane asked me to do. So if you were there, you're going to hear a little bit of that. But if you weren't there, you're going to hear a lot that you haven't heard yet. Okay. So first of all, you are a leader. Hands down, you are a leader. And it doesn't matter if you have one person on your team, 20 people on your team, or 500 on your team, or 0 on your team. And the reason is because you are leading your life. You are leading your own business. You have to take 100% responsibility for that. You are a leader. So everybody type in the comments, I am a leader. Right now, claim it, put that out there. You absolutely have to know that you are a leader leading your life right now. Okay, so what I'm going to be sharing with you are things that apply to leading in your life. Okay, increasing confidence in that, leading in your personal business and leading as a leader. Okay, no matter what size your team. And this is essential that we learn these things to help us achieve those goals that we want to achieve all those mores of that list that Tish just said, right? And so these are some things I wanted to share with you right off. So I'm going to start off with the question, and you put your answer in the chat as fast as possible. When you think of your leader, what are the first qualities you think of right away? Go, put them in there. What are the first qualities you think of when you think of your leader? Look at everyone to read these. Wise, determined, strong, positive, patient, uplifting, fun, walks the talk, giving, consistent, positive, helpful, knowledge, sunshine, listener, positive. Do you see all of that? These are all qualities that how you view your leader. And there's a lot of them. I mean, I wrote down just a few. She's brave, courageous, kind, has integrity, trustworthy. She's patient, determined, inspiring, confident, hardworking, positive, uplifting, wise, and so much more, right? But when we think of these leaders, okay, I want you to answer yourself in this to yourself, this next question. When we think of these leaders and the qualities that we admire in them, does that give you hope that you can become that too? Or does that make you think, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I could do that. Sometimes we might have those little threads of doubt creeping through, but do you believe that you can achieve those? Because here's the beautiful thing, my friends, it's all duplicatable. All of those qualities are learnable. You can learn to be that leader that you admire. I promise that you can. And so I'm going to share with you 3 ways. So get out your paper and pens if you don't already. I'm going to share with you 3 actions, 3 ways that you can increase your belief and confidence as a leader in yourself, in your personal business, and with your team. Who would like to hear those? Do you want to hear those 3? Say, I do. Tell me I want to hear them, okay? Okay, so awesome. So, of course, the first question is, okay, how am I going to do that? I want so many things. I want so many things for my family, for myself and all this. How are you going to then increase your confidence as a leader? Okay. And how are you going to grow and develop? So how are you going to begin increasing your belief? And what if you actually have limiting beliefs that you are not even aware of? Because sometimes we have that. You ever have this thing? Sometimes you reach a certain level and then you can't get a little bit higher. That's sometimes because there's a subconscious limiting belief that is kind of like a little barrier. But I promise you this, if you do these next 3 things that I'm going to share with you, you're going to be able to break through that, like a little, can you get that? Can you see that picture? Like a breakthrough, right? And then you're going to be able to start coming out of that limiting beliefs that you have, okay? So the first one that I want to share with you is an equation. There's 5 parts to the equation. Now, it has nothing to do with math and numbers, okay? So don't leave me yet. It has nothing to do with numbers, all right? This equation. But this equation, I'm going to tell you, has 5 parts to it, okay? If you do this equation, you stay in this equation, then you will have success in a lot of areas in your life because you can apply it to so many things. But I want to apply it today as a leader, okay? But you can apply it to health. You can apply it to your personal development. You can apply it to your spiritual life. You can apply it to relationships and on and on. But let's just look at it as leaders in the direct sales industry right now. Again, doesn't matter how many people are under you, 1, 0, or 5,000, whatever. Number one part that you have to have, the very beginning part of this equation, is you have to learn how to inspire yourself daily. So write down inspired. Do you know how to inspire yourself? You have to take complete responsibility for inspiring yourself, okay? This is like huge. And the reason is because when you are now inspired, and you know what that sound feels like, right? It's like, oh, I love that. And you get a little zing, you feel that, right? Now, when you are doing that, you are now learning how to inspire yourself. It's really great to get addicted to that, seriously, of going to something. Now, how do you inspire yourself? How do you even do that? One way is by learning something new every single day. We have a plethora of trainings, right? So look at the example of what Tish did for us. She brought in Brian Carruthers, and she helped us learn that. We got inspired. Holy smokes, right? It was incredible. I'm still inspired. I wish I could just talk about that right now. But then look what else. She is also in a mastermind group. She is taking responsibility and being inspired for leadership in that. Okay. And I know many of you are reading really, really great leadership books, right? Highly, highly recommend anything John Maxwell leadership if you don't know what to do. If you're thinking, well, I'm not sure how to inspire myself. I'm not doing those things that Tish is asking, but I'm going to tell you something free you can do right after this. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Type in motivation. Type in leadership motivation. Type in inspiring anything. Okay. Bam. You're going to see tons of things, and you can see how long they all are. 1 minute, 3 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour, whatever. Choose some and start following some people that inspire you. Put in the chat right now who inspires you. Put it in there and go to them. I have somebody that I go to just like that on YouTube. I have their books I go to immediately. I'll listen to him. In fact, I even love his voice because the voice is just really, really good. It gets me on target. This is something absolutely you have to do every single day, is go to something that inspires you, because this alone is now the second part of the equation. After you are just inspired, you now have developed personal motivation. Those are two separate things. Trust me, you're inspired. Right after that follows motivation. When you are now personally motivated, guess what's going to happen next? You're going to take action. Do you see this equation so far where we're at? So you just got inspired, first part. Okay, and you're taking full responsibility for that. It's your business. You're the CEO. You're the boss. You got to do it. Okay, now you feel personally motivated. It's like, okay, I'm going to go take some action. And when you're then taking the action, all right, what happens after you take action? What's the fourth equation part here? Is results. You're going to get some kind of results, right? Depending on what kind of actions you took. You're taking small actions, you're going to get some small results. You're taking some bigger actions, you're going to get some bigger results, and so on and so forth, right? It's a little mix. You will always get some kind of result, no matter what kind of actions you took, right? Now, the fifth part of the equation is analyze, okay? Evaluate. So we have inspired, motivated, action, results, and evaluate. This is what a wise businesswoman does. in this equation, because after she just took the action, she evaluates her, she looks at her results and she then evaluates them. She doesn't put herself down and think, oh my gosh, I just asked 25 people to book a party and I'm such a loser. Nobody wants to book with me. No, 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 no. Don't talk like that at all. You may not, Connie says you may never talk like that again. Okay, just saying you may not do that. This is the mom and me talking. So you can't, because our words are so powerful. You can't. What you're doing is you're evaluating results and you are doing something more like, okay, I asked 25 people. I only got 3 responses back. So that means I'm going to do follow-up tomorrow on the other. So you see what I'm saying? You're evaluating, then you go right back to number 1 and you start with something that inspires you. That is an equation of any subject. If you do all 5 of those, okay, wow, you're going to be increasing your confidence and belief and in that subject that you've started to get inspired about. So is everybody clear on that equation? Doesn't that just excite you right there alone? Don't you feel like that's so awesome? I can hardly wait to inspire myself. Remember, that is, again, your responsibility to inspire yourself to take complete ownership of this. Because holy smokes, don't we have so many things that just come at us from life, from things like that? Some things blindside us, and there's this day, there's that kind of day, and there's, you just had a day. But that will never change. That is life, and we're trying to figure things out and dealing with it. But we can still have success. We can still use this equation if crazy things are happening to us. Do you see that? If I were to tell you some of the life trials that I have been in, you would start crying. But I don't have to go talk about those. I don't have to let those completely affect my business. Of course, there's some gigantic things, and I'm not talking about, you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, but overall, you are responsible. So that's the first part. Okay, so let's now check out number 2, the second part. And that is, let me first tell you that you have a leadership self-image. You already have one. You already have a self-image. We all do. You have a self-image for everything in your life that you do. You will, if there's one thing you remember from today, please remember this next sentence. You will always behave in the way you see yourself. You will always take action to the self-image you have of yourself. Always, 100%. If you believe you are this way, you will then act and be that way. So for example, if you believe that you are not a good leader, if you believe that you can't recruit, if you believe that you're not that great at bookings, your brain will actually go throughout the day proving your belief. That's one of its jobs. It's going to go throughout the day proving it. That's where self-sabotage comes in, because you're going to prove that. You're going to prove that. And then when you start proving that, guess what happens? You start pulling away from a business that you love, that you actually had high goals in. And so then that starts causing a little conflict, a little dissonance starts happening in your heart, in your brain, and you're not sure what to do. So, but the opposite is true. If you have a high self-image, then you know what? I know how to book parties, and I'm really good at that. Your brain will then go throughout the day proving that. And there's no self-sabotage happening in that category. Do you see? So we all have a self-image of something, of many, many things in our life. You have a self-image as a mother, and you're going to behave the way you see yourself as a mother, and on and on and on. So what is then the answer to increase your self-image? So right now I want you to draw 2 circles on your paper, okay? One above the other, preferably, actually. So the first one at the very top, I want you to write you. This is you right now, today, on August 23rd, 2021, Park Lane 66th birthday, okay? That's you right now, your self-image of all the things, how you believe yourself. Now, The second circle at the bottom, this is what you call your self-ideal. All high successful leaders have a strong and big self-ideal of themselves. I'm going to see something else that might just rattle you just a little bit here. If you do not have a high self-ideal of who you want to be, you will automatically default to your self-image of who you are today. Do you get that? It's really, really powerful. You will default to that. And that's why you will always have what you always have. If you want to progress, if you want to recruit more, if you want to grow more, if you want to promote all that you see some other people doing, you absolutely have to create a self-ideal of you. It is essential. How do you do that? So one of the ways you do that is you start describing her just like you described that leader you admired at the very beginning. Remember all those qualities you just shout out in the chat? Okay, remember all of those? Now I want you to put some of those qualities in that bottom circle. Right now, we're going to create a self-ideal you. And everybody has room for improvement. Every single person, no matter if you're the top earner in this tribe, everybody has, okay? We all have room to grow, okay? Now, let's think about that. I want you to picture your self-ideal, okay? This represents you. This is the best you, best version of you. You've heard that before. And write down courageous, confident, strong, focused, trustworthy, very patient, right? Because we need a lot of that in direct sales, don't we? And did you know what the definition of patience is? Without complaint. That is literally the definition of patience. So if you're complaining, my friend, you are not exercising your patience muscle that you want. Okay, so keep writing in that bottom circle. We're creating your self-ideal right now. Every time that you do this and you add another quality to that of something you admire, what else is there? Put in some of in the chat, some of the things that you might be writing in there right now. She's loving, she's hardworking, and my gosh, if you just desire to be her, right? So every single day that you now look at that new bubble, that self-ideal, you are literally starting to become her. So to be something, you have to be, there's a becoming process. Do you see that? So we're always becoming that higher self-ideal of that leader you want to be. Okay. Now, what I want you to do now is understand that there's actually now something called the law of reversibility. So far right now, you understand that this is your self-image up here, who you are today. Underneath it then is a circle of your self-ideal. You can write your self-ideal and sign your name right in the middle, right? That's who you're going to strive to be. Now, that's all good. We can write these qualities in there and we think, okay, that was easy, Connie, but wait a minute. There's got to be a lot more to it. There is. And this is something now, what we do is by taking action on these. And what you do is you literally, first of all, look up the definition of every single word that you just wrote in your self-ideal. You have to know the exact definition of these qualities that you admire. The reason why you have to know is because you're telling the brain you want that. You are now enlarging your vision of that quality. When you enlarge your vision, you enlarge your capacity to receive. When you enlarge your vision, you enlarge your capacity to receive. So if you're desiring that, that's huge. That's awesome. That is the catalyst right there. Nothing's going to happen unless you have a desire to do that hunger, right? To create that self-ideal. So then after you've looked up the definitions of those, and that could be on a separate piece of paper, and things that you look at, things that you think about, right? Things that you're focusing on in the morning as you're reviewing your goals. You are literally now in the becoming process, okay? Instead of your brain, if you start working on your goals and your brain defaulted to your self-image of who you are today, and you might think, holy smokes, that's so much, but I have so many other things to do. I got to do this. And you go get busy with some other things just to feel busy and productive, but then you didn't do busy or productive in your work, okay? By not having that self-ideal, that's what's going to happen. But by creating her, you're going to move that direction towards her. And I'm telling you, my friends, you will start increasing your confidence. You will, and then when that happens, your belief's going to go higher. When that happens, you will increase your bookings. You will recruit because you're coming from a stronger place. You're coming from a woman that believes in what she does. You're coming from a woman that is passionate about what she does. And you're not afraid to go live on your personal timeline anymore and to share Park Lane, right? You're not afraid to go live in your story anymore and share Park Lane. You're not afraid of that. You know what you believe in and you know what you stand for, and you're just gonna share it with 100% belief. Don't you already see some of your leaders do that? Don't you already see Tish doing that? You see that? You ever wonder why she is the #1 leader in worldwide Park Lane? She does all of these things. I watch her. I follow her footsteps. I admire that woman. She's the smartest businesswoman I know. So I'm going to copy. I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to work on that. I'm working on my self-ideal there. So after you've looked at the definitions of those, the next thing you have to understand is this. There is a law. There's many universal laws. This one is called the law of reversibility. This law is very, very powerful for you to tap into and to use it. The law of reversibility is this, that our feelings and our actions, they go together. We know that. We get that, right? If you feel a certain way, you're going to then act a certain way, right? If you're feeling this, you're going to act this. If you feel great, you're going to do this, right? We get that part. But this is where the law of reversibility comes in. If you now take the action, if you don't feel like it or not, you still take the action, guess what's going to come? The feeling. It absolutely has to. All right. Let's look at exercising. Some of you, no, don't do that, Connie. Don't go there. No, I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there for just a minute. Okay. So you know you want to, you know you need to, but you don't feel like it. Okay. Well, that's not going to bring you any results that you want. So then you take the action anyways. If you don't feel like exercising, you still put on your shoes. You still go for your 20-minute walk. And guess what happens after 30 seconds of going for that walk? You all of a sudden now feel like it. You see that? So the law of reversibility is incredibly powerful in the direct sales industry. If you don't feel like doing booking calls, and all of the booking blitzes, but you think, you know what, I need to, I'm taking 100% responsibility. I'm going to do it anyways. And you take the action. You know how it feels after that. You send out one text. You feel like, okay, this is pretty cool. I'm doing this now. I'm going. I'm going to do 5 more. And then you think, I'm going to do 10 more. You know what I'm talking about, right? All it takes is that one. Now you're feeling like it. So that's the law of reversibility. So if you all of a sudden haven't done anything for your business all day, you need to think, whoa, hold on a minute. Red flag. Say your name out loud. Connie, let's apply the law of reversibility right now. And I'm going to take action right now, no matter if I feel like it or not. You see what I'm saying? So that is literally what you need to do. If you want to get all the more that just started the Zoom with, okay? So that is a huge thing. So how do you now apply the law of reversibility? Is a principle called, and this is actually number 3. All right, so we talked about number one, the equation. All right, and number two was creating your self-ideal. And now we're going to talk about number three, and that is called, and I know you've all heard it before, but do you do it? And that is called the act as if principle. It's another principle. There's a lot of amazing principles, okay, and laws that if you just apply them, wonderful things happen. So what's the act as if principle? I know you've heard of that before, right? So this is extremely, extremely powerful, because this is again where you start to become that self-ideal, that leader that you want to become. So this is a question you're going to ask yourself. All right, think to yourself, what would a leader with a thriving organization be doing right now? You have to ask yourself those questions when you go clock in with your direct sales business, for your park lane business. You're going to ask yourself, what would a thriving leader be doing right now in her business? And I'm convinced you know the answer to that. The difference is you're going to answer it and then go take action. So you're always asking, it's kind of like the same question of, what is the best use of my time right now? I have that posted up in my office, because even 15 minutes is gold, friends, right? Even 15 minutes of time is gold, that you can at least message one person on your team. Hey girl, I'm proud of you, way to go. That's at least one thing you can do in a 15-minute little waiting period. Or reaching out to people, hostess coaching one person, and on and on and on, okay? So that is a really important question to be asking yourself daily. What would a Mercedes driver be doing today? What would that look like? Well, let's see. She would be looking at her volume. She would be looking at her recruits. She would be looking at this. She would be, and there you go. So then you act as if you are that Mercedes driver today. Because when you start acting as if that, you will become that, right? So what does a leader do? A leader organizes her day. She has her list of things she's going to do today. She knows she's going to go live in her VIP group today. She knows this, this, and this. And then she acts as if she's a leader. Every time you act as if, you will start to become that. And if you do this every morning, my friends, you have your list. And if you do this and you start acting as if, you watch within 7 days, you watch a transformation start happening inside of you. When that transformation starts happening inside of you, watch the transformation start happening with your business. I have a saying that I live this saying in my business: as within, so without. As within, so without. So if I'm looking out, if I'm looking at my business, if I don't have any bookings, if I don't have any recruits, if I don't have all those, I have to go in first. Okay, I have to go in and start working on myself. So that means I'm going to go do my equation. I'm going to go listen to something motivating. I'm going to go talk to my upline and say, hey, I need a little motivation. I need a little talk right now. What help me reach my, on all that. You're going to do something and you're going to work within you. As within, so without. Your business right now, as it is today, reflects your insides. It reflects who you are. It reflects your self-image of who you are today. So that is why what I'm sharing with you so passionately about is to develop that self-ideal, because that is literally working on yourself inside, which then the natural consequence of it, what will happen is you're working on your business. It's beautiful. It's exciting. It's very exciting. You're not wasting any time. You're doing exactly what you actually need to be doing. Okay. Life, oh my gosh, is so hard sometimes, right? Sometimes you get that uppercut. It's like, whoa. How are you going to stay on your feet, my friends, and not get flattened down? It's by doing these things, working on yourself so you don't get flat down and then all of a sudden it's just so hard to get back up. So by these little things that you're working on, and I'm going to give you a little example. So I had some things that happen. So this, okay, let me back up. This is something that I do every single morning. I'm constantly working on my belief, like Tish said. I will watch a motivational something either during my workout and or when I'm putting on my makeup and doing my hair. I always have my phone there and I'm learning something new, all kinds of things, business, spiritual, relationships, leadership. I want to learn, because if I just learn something, I know I'm golden. I know I'm good, right? And I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of personal development work, things like that. So when I had some huge life trials come to me, and I think, how in the world am I going to do this right now? How can I handle what is happening? What starts happening is memory pops up in my head of a quote that I just remembered. One of the speakers, something that they just said popped up in my mind. I literally have chills right now because I'm speaking the truth. And so that's what's going to happen to you. The more you're doing these things, the more you're doing them, just like it's a habit. This is just how you roll. This is your jam. This is what you're doing. Okay. And then when something hits, and it will hit, you just finished something really hard, or you're in something really hard, or guess what, my friend, something else is going to come. It's just life. It's just what it is. But then we can help each other in it too. All right. And so there's a lot of prayer that happens as well. I'm a very faith-filled person as well. So then scriptures will then pop in my mind as well during these times. Now that is why we do these things, because it's inevitable that something is going to happen to us. All right, medium, small, medium, big, whatever. But then in those moments of strength can come to you that you need, so then you can still accomplish your goals, still accomplish those things you want to do, still accomplish your purpose, still serve your team, still serve each other, still give that smile to somebody else that needs it even more than you. Okay, so that's where the act as if principle comes in, and it's extremely, extremely powerful. So you might be thinking, okay, now think to yourself, let me get my notes here real quick here. I want you to brainstorm on, okay, so you wrote your self-ideal. And so now you know the definitions, and you know that you have to apply the law of reversibility. So now what you're going to do as a leader with yourself, personal business, or with a thriving team already, is you're going to have systems. So I have systems, like I told you, I listen to the podcast in the morning, I do this in the morning. Okay, you have to develop systems. So look at a leadership system. So in your self-ideal as a leader, because that's what we're talking about right now, in that bottom circle, I want you to now draw another bigger circle around it. And so there's just about maybe this much space, okay? So it's starting to look like a wheel. It looks like a wheel. That's what I want you to do right now. All right. Then in that wheel, I want you to draw lines connecting those two circles. So those now look like spokes. So you could put like maybe 4 or 5. All right. So you have those little lines now. Okay. So now that looks like a wheel around your self-ideal leader that you want to be, with all those qualities that you wrote in there, and your name's right in the middle. Does everybody have that? Hold it up. Let me see. Who's the first person that's going to hold theirs up? I want to see. Okay. I just see Renee just held up hers. Okay. Awesome. And Michelle held up hers. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And those girls are on my team. So woohoo. They know they have to do what I say. I'm just kidding. Anyways, so now what you have are those spokes. Okay. And in those spokes, that's where you're going to now create your systems. What do you want to do? What are the systems that you want to have in place? Do you want to have a recognition system? Okay. Do you want to have a meeting system? Do you want to have a coaching call system? Do you want to have a training system? You know, you write on those spokes, what are the systems you want as a leader? So this is a wonderful thing. You can add more spokes later as you're thinking of more. If all you can think of right now are just 2 things in your spokes, that's okay. That's okay. This is, it's all going to come to you. You're developing this right now. Okay. So then what you're going to do is on a separate piece of paper then is say you're going to do, you looked at recognition. So now you're going to develop what kind of recognition do you want to give as a leader? Do you see that? You're developing that spoke right now because that is a part of being a leader. If you have 1, okay, or 3 or a lot more, are you going to, then you start writing it down. What kind of recognition do you want to do? Do you want to just post in your team page? Do you want to post on her personal page? Is that even okay with her to post on her personal page? Are you going to text her when something happens? Are you going to write her a love note, right? Are you going to do gifts on and on? You can develop your recognition program on your own and all those other things too. Now, so sometimes, so you get all that part. So, but sometimes no matter, even if you're doing all these things, sometimes we still feel unsure as a leader. And we're still feeling like, my gosh, I don't, and sometimes those little threads then start coming through just a little bit and kind of weaving through your day. And then all of a sudden you feel your energy getting a little bit lower. So let that be a red flag to you when your energy is getting lower and you stop doing things. And let that be just a red flag like, whoa, something's going on here. And all it means is one of your spokes came out. It doesn't mean you're a bad leader. If all of a sudden you just start having some doubtful thoughts, your energy got low, you just weren't sure what to do next, and or how to talk to your team or how to do anything, it doesn't mean that you're bad at all. It just means you need to go back to the 5-step equation. It just means you need to look at one of your spokes. Do you need to add one? Is one cracked a little bit in there of your system you created? Did one completely fall out and it's now on the ground and your wheel isn't as smooth anymore? That's all you need to do. It doesn't mean that it's all downhill from there just because you might be feeling slightly in a funk again. That's just normal as well. So then you go back to the question of, okay, what would a top leader be doing right now? And then you bring yourself through that. You are responsible for that. No one's going to be able to do that for you. You go back to the 5-step equation, right? You go back to your self-ideal. You look at her. I want every one of you watching now or on the replay, when you have your self-ideal circle, all those qualities in there, you have to post it up somewhere that you see it every day, because the more that you look at it, think about it, you're going to start becoming that, because what you think about grows. I know you've heard that before because it's the truth. Okay. So you can't be looking at that and then saying, I can't get any bookings. No, don't say that. And especially don't say that out loud. Okay. Is you just think, okay, what do I need to do? Hello, Connie, what do I need to do? What does somebody with bookings on her calendar, what does that look like that she does? Okay, she gets out her friends list. She gets out her contact list. She looks at her VIP people, and she looks at past hostesses. She looks at people on her orders of her past orders of who were the top people buying. On and on and on. She takes action then to then start bringing her those bookings. Okay, that's all. Doesn't mean that you have to throw in the towel or that you have to pull away because you feel bad and all of that. Don't worry about that. In this business, right? We've heard Tish say before, but Brian Carruthers say that this is something about it being a self-development company, but it's, right, Tish? Remember that saying that Brian said? So
yes, sorry, Connie. I've heard 2 people use that terminology now, that this industry or this profession is a self-development plan with a compensation package attached.
yeah,
because
That's what we're doing.
people truly talk about how, by being in this profession, it gives people the opportunity to improve themselves as a person, as a mother, as a wife, as a friend, as a sister, as a daughter, as a business owner, as a leader, you name it.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for that. And that's exactly what we're doing. If you've been here for a while in the Treasure Tribe in Park Lane, don't you feel stronger today than when you first came? Absolutely. I do. And I've been in this industry for 19 years. I feel stronger today than I did, 6 months ago, a year ago. And see, it is a process. It's developing. Okay. So you can reach those big goals that you desire. You can have that more that Tish talked about. You absolutely can. And the reason why I know you can is because others are doing it. It is all duplicatable. It's all doable. It's all learnable. Okay. So if you're feeling a little bit, your wheel isn't spinning very well, just get back in alignment. Look at yourself logically. Think about those 3 things I just told you about to do, and you're going to be running smooth in your leadership wheel.
Connie, you are the best.
Thanks.
I've been watching the comments come in. Okay, if you guys enjoyed what Connie just shared, please pop in the comments what you loved about it.
Yeah.
And I can attest, because I connect with Connie on a very regular basis. Everything that she suggested is things she literally does, not once a week, not twice a week, but I mean, every day. It really is amazing. But it is how I think you keep yourself in such a positive place and mindset. And I do believe in life, it's so much about mindset, and every aspect of life that we face, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad. It's why devotionals are so important for people. It's
Yes.
why meditation is so important for people. It's why exercise, for those that, see the benefits that come for them from a mental perspective when they are consistent with that. It's why all of these things make such a difference. And why would it not be any different as a leader? Why would it not be any different?
That's right. That's right, Tish. Thank you. And you can rock your own style as you do all these things. And yeah, I'm decked out every day. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. And Tish knows that too. Yeah, every day, fun stuff. I mean, gosh, look at our product. We can have fun. And is Christine Turner, if she's on the Zoom, okay, so she says, if you're wearing big earrings, you just wear one little necklace. Well, I got my own. I got 5 necklaces on with my big Monroe earrings. So I'm doing my own thing. I call myself a glitzy gypsy because I just love being all that. So, I mean, doesn't this look good? Come on, tell me this doesn't look good. Right?
Well, and Connie, you were before your time, because we learned at Sparkle from Christine that the ring party is the trend for 2021. You've been rocking your ring party way before the trend. So you may have started the trend, honestly.
Yeah, just have fun, my friends. Be bold, be you. You know all this. You girls can do all of this. I would love to see if there's any questions. I know we have a minute or two. Is there anybody that has like a question you want to ask me? Any questions except about like my hair? Just don't ask me. I'm just kidding.
I'm going to take a picture. I want to take a picture of this beautiful group. So if you want to be in the picture, I'm going to try and do this weekly. I forget to do it at the beginning. Yeah. Everybody's like, Sarah Catherine, okay. Don't even go off, girl. You're right there.
Okay, Sheila has to put her face on. Sheila.
Yes.
Everybody give a little peace sign. You
okay. It. All right. We're doing the peace sign. Good morning. Love it. Okay. Oh, wait, I've got page 2. I'm sorry. Hold on. I got a second page. Okay. One more time.
Erica Garza has a question.
Okay. Erica, if you had a question, go ahead. Did you say Erica had a question, Connie?
It's in the chat. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Sorry, I missed it. I have a problem comparing myself to others doing better and I get discouraged, what can I do to avoid feeling down about it? That's a
Yeah.
great question, Erica. You're not alone. I think many people fall into that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And so when you are actually developing yourself, if you, like I said at the beginning, take that responsibility and do that just alone, that 5-step equation, a lot of that will start evaporating away. And why that is happening. I mean, that happens to me. Sometimes I'll look at, oh my gosh, I'll look at some girls on my team. I'll look at some girls on Treasure Tribe. I thought, well, what, how did they earn the trip already? What's that about? Right? Like, and I fall off my chair, but then I get right back up on my chair and I think, well, if they could do it, I can do it. What do I need to do? I'm going to go learn something else. I take full responsibility and I go learn something. Okay. The Treasure Tribe alone has videos you can go watch. You can go watch tons of trainings and tons of recordings from just all these. So that's what I start doing right away to help you, Erica, to get out of that comparison. Okay. They've just developed some tools. They've developed some personal beliefs. So maybe, Erica, your self-image right now is a little bit lower, and that's very common. That's okay. The beautiful thing is you can now start developing your self-ideal, what we just talked about. Then that won't be as strong, the comparison thing. And if you do compare, it's like, boom, boom. It's just like, a pinball machine. You compared, then you got right back in. Okay. And then you scored some points. It's okay. And it's okay. Comparison is okay. Sometimes that little bit of that little zing is like, whoa, I need to step it up a little. Holy smokes. Right. You could look at it that way as well. Okay. Because you can accomplish it. You are here. Okay. For a reason. I know you can. So we have 357-535 has her hand up.
Who's that? Oh, is that Quay?
I don't know why my name's not there and there's this crazy number.
Oh, that's Quay.
I'll have to figure it out later. But you said something, Connie, that I thought was really powerful. You talked about how, there'll be challenges in life. They are going to come. And I'm wondering what tools do you recommend to, be able to stay focused, even though things are kind of crazy in your personal life?
Okay, so right away, absolutely, I get on my knees and I'll pray if something is really, crazy happening and stuff like that, and do some meditation time. But it's all the things, Quay, that I was talking about. I'm already doing them. It is already making me strong. It is helping me have self-confidence, self-belief, inner strength. I'm doing the work every day of inner strength. And so when something does happen, it doesn't knock me flat on my back. Okay, I can get back up on my feet because, like I said, then all of a sudden a memory will come of somebody's quote. A memory is going to pop in of a talk that I just listened to, or a talk that I heard maybe a month ago, or something like that. Okay, and other times I just acknowledge the feeling. I literally acknowledge it and think, okay, I'm feeling it right now. I'm gonna cry right now. I'm going to, and it's okay, but I don't have to decorate that room. Okay, I don't have to stay there for a month. Okay, I can, if I'm experiencing something, I'm going to let it, I'm going to process it, acknowledge it, right? The more you resist it, it's gonna persist. All right, if you're resisting those emotions that are just like crazy, you're actually helping them grow. So if you can just acknowledge it, say, hello, sadness. I know you're here for a moment and you're going to leave because I know how to inspire myself now. I still believe in myself, even though this trial is happening. Okay. And on and on and on. Does that help, Quay?
Thank you. Yes, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, sure.
Connie, I think what I just heard you say, and it is such a great reminder, is it's because you are every day working on a strong inner strength, and a strong belief system on a daily basis, that when the things hit, because that's life, things hit, you've got that inner strength and those muscles that you work on a daily basis to build there to help you maneuver through it.
Yeah. I'm
where
gonna
it
show you
doesn't
some.
become this catastrophic, place in your brain, because you've got the muscles that you've built to, okay, this is a bump, or this is, this is a crisis, or this is whatever. But I can move through this. And I mean, I think we can apply things like this in our life as well as in our business.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn my laptop so you can see something real quick. So right there, do you see my, I have a little cupboard right there. And all along this cupboard, all the way to the top, this is like, it opens and closes like that. And so you could see, I have all these sticky notes inside of there of all kinds of positive messages for myself. So if I feel I need another one, if I'm feeling like crud, I'm gonna write myself, okay, something really great that I want to hear. And so, and you can see over there, there's my list of power words. I call them power words. I just look over those and I think, okay, I'm gonna work on my diligence today. I'm working on that. So it's in my sight. I see it. And so that all I have to do is then look over at my little cupboard and think, that's right. I'm a problem solver. I got this. Because that's what it says. That's one of them. I'm a problem solver. My brain looks for solutions because I told it I'm a problem solver. I want to find a solution for something. I don't want to just marinate in my problem. I want to find a solution right away. I've trained my brain to go to that. Well, what's a solution? I can do this. I can do this. I can do that, right? Praise precedes the victory. I mean, all kinds of, you name it, it's in there. Forgive quickly, celebrate each day. Don't waste the day, choose happiness. Don't settle where I am, reignite my vision. I can go on and on and on, but that's just a little sample too, right? And if I could show you what's behind my wall right now, woo, really powerful stuff.
If we want to, this is how you have an outlook like Connie does, because she literally practices this daily, and she's sharing her secrets on what she does to just come from this place of abundance and opportunity versus obstacle and fear. And
I'll show you one last thing and then I'll be quiet. And that is, sometimes I look up quotes. I collect quotes. Okay, I have a book of them. I'll write it down and all kinds of things, right? I love them. They just like, I love that, right? It's part of my equation process. And so there's this one in particular that when I read it, it just like, I felt it. So what I did is that I typed it out on a piece of paper in my own font and I framed it, because you could do that. You can go get a frame at dollar store or something, and you can make your own really cool wall in your office with some really cool things, okay, that just pumps you up. So this one is just so powerful to me, especially in those moments of like, it says each day you have to make a decision. Will you give up, give in, or give it your all? This is in my line of sight every time I'm at my desk. So, really cute little light pink frame, really nice, easy. So stuff like that. You can do it. I want everyone right now listening to me, print out your favorite quote, frame it today before you go to bed, post it somewhere where you see it. And it's going to help you. It's see that part of that brain, actually, it triggers a certain part of it that is actually motivating you to then go work on getting points for the trip. That's why dream boards are so popular and so powerful. That's what it does. It's activating that part of the brain subconsciously that you don't even know you're being motivated. I mean, we can do a whole another discussion and training just on dream boards, right, Tish?
Yes, we can.
All
right, Connie, thank you, guys. This has been so powerful. I so appreciate your time and wisdom, Connie. I know everybody would agree with me. Guys, I had a text from Laura Marshall while Connie was talking that she had received confirmation from customer service that the birthday bash, $500 net and non that must be submitted today must happen by 12 p.m. 12 a.m. Central Time. I said 12 a.m. Pacific Time. She said 12 a.m. Central Time. So we've got until 12 a.m. Central Time, according to Laura. So I'm going to assume that until I am told otherwise. So for those of you on the West Coast, I see Kimber's face panicking. Kimber, if you want to get further clarification on that, maybe reach out to Kathy. You are welcome to. But I'm just going off what Laura has said, and Laura's also on the Pacific Coast, Pacific time on the West Coast. So anyway, just get your closed orders today by 12 a.m. Central Time. And then of course our month ends 12 a.m. Pacific Time on Wednesday. All right, friends. All right. Thank you guys so much. I so appreciate you guys. Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. Do not forget. Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. Okay. Bye guys. Y'all have a great day.